Well, hello everybody. It's your boy Crunchy Frog here, and welcome back to Iceland. And you take a look around, you see I've been up to some stuff around here. I have my cactus fence up. Just another layer of defense to plague my pillager guests. And I'm growing some powdered snow up here. I already have a couple buckets of powdered snow. Don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing with it yet, but here's the fence. You see I've got a acacia. I got this from the Wandering Trader just about 30 minutes ago. And I've been farming up these pretty little cherry blossom trees. I don't know what I'm going to farm them up for yet, but I can at least turn these guys into charcoal. I hate turning spruce into charcoal. And over here is my latest invention. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I took inspiration from the fact that people like to go ice fishing and take their little houses out onto the ice. And, well, I don't think that those houses look that great. So I made my own design. I got my own little ice fishing house out here. So we're going to do a little fishing. I know. It's just terribly exciting, but why not? Why not be here on the water in the peaceful new little fishing house and catch us some fish? I got some barrels over here to store some extra fishing stuff that I catch. Like I'll ever need them, but they're there in case I want to use them. Now, wouldn't it be nice if Minecraft had sharks? We don't need creepers and zombies and skeletons. What we need is tigers and more bears and sharks. The real world is scary enough. Hey Mojang, take inspiration from Australia. We could have alligators in the swamps. That would be a good hostile mob. Speaking of sharks, one of my very earliest memories it's my second oldest memory. My oldest memory is somebody putting a blanket over the edge of my crib so I couldn't see what was going on, and the horrible commotion going on. It scarred me for life. Turns out it was my younger brother being born. That's right. My mother, who is formerly Amish, she didn't believe in going to the hospital. She had some women come over and help her deliver the baby, and my dad helped. And that was my little brother. Earliest memory. Second earliest memory was my parents taking me to go see Jaws. And they figured, little Crunchy Frog, he's too young to be scarred by Jaws. Because I was just a little baby. But I clearly remember some of the scenes from Jaws. Later on, when I was a teenager and I actually watched Jaws, I thought, deja vu. During so many scenes, it was deja vu. How about that? Taking a baby to go see Jaws. That's some quality parenting. So I've always been a little bit freaked out by sharks. I remember going down to Corpus Christi after we moved to Texas, and I was just swimming out in the what's now the Gulf of America, but back then it was the Gulf of Mexico, so it wasn't nearly as nice. And all of a sudden there's this dorsal fin, like 15 feet in front of me, and I just about lost my mind. I thought, okay, this is it, I'm dead. Shark's gonna kill me. And I just turned and I swam like crazy for shore. I finally got up on the beach, and there's all these fishermen and people around pointing and laughing and carrying on. Evidently, what I had seen was a dolphin. I didn't even know the dolphins were out in the Gulf of Mexico, because that's what it was back then. It was the Gulf of Mexico. Now it's the Gulf of America. It's much nicer. But anyway, that's my history with sharks. Seeing a Jaws at the theater when I was a little baby, that tells you just what an old geezer I am. Here's another clue. I played the ColecoVision when I was a little kid. I went over to my friend Patrick's house, and he had a ColecoVision, and I'd go over there all the time so we could play Donkey Kong on his ColecoVision. Also, Zaxxon. He had a video game called Zaxxon, which is very cool for its time because it was very three-dimensional, you know? And a couple years later, because my family couldn't really afford a ColecoVision to get us, my dad bought us an Atari 2600, which had already been out for a couple of years at that point, but it was still pretty cool. 10-year-old, 11-year-old Crunchy Frog was very impressed with it. And I loved playing Combat and the baseball game they had for that, and there's even Pong. You had to break out the special paddle controllers for Pong. So I've been playing video games since a very early age, and I've always loved playing video games. And video games have changed a lot over the years. But I remember back when I had the Nintendo 64 just came out. And I thought, this is just it. This is the best video game system ever. Nobody's ever going to make anything better than this. And I used to play Madden Football 99 on there, and I played NHL 98 and GoldenEye and Super Mario World, and there were so many Nintendo 64 games. But those are the best ones. Then I got a computer. I found out about The Sims. The old original Sims. I played that. Played Battle for Middle-earth. Played hockey and Tiger Woods golf. I really like those golf games. They're very relaxing. But in all my years playing video games and stuff, I never came across anything quite like Minecraft. Minecraft was just the thing for me, and I've been playing that for, how long has it been now? See, I downloaded Minecraft Pocket Edition onto my phone, I'd say 2019. So I've been playing Minecraft for about at least 7 years now. So even though I may not be the best PvP guy, I do have a pretty good knowledge of the game. I know an awful lot of stuff about it. I'm still learning new things. Maybe it's because they're updating it, or maybe it's because I'm playing on the Java edition lately. I'm relatively new to the Java edition. I used to play Bedrock all the time. Minecraft Pocket Edition is Bedrock too. One thing I didn't know about, somebody left a comment, namely Butch left a comment that I could keep a torch in my offhand, and I could mine with my pick and then place down torches with my offhand. So I've been doing that lately. Man, I gotta say, thank you, man. Thank you, Butch, for reminding me that that's even a possibility. I keep forgetting about stuff you can do with your offhand in the Java edition. But that just makes it so much nicer to go mining. Oh well, speaking of mining, how would you guys like to go downstairs and take a look at my completed mine shaft to the diamond level? Let's go take a look at that, but first I must sleep. Oh, yes. Across the moat we go, and say hello to Kitty, by the way. Kitty has moved in. I don't know what we're going to call her. Maybe I'll just call her Cat Benatar, or Cat Stevens. And we're coming upon the iron level. This is Y16. I haven't mined any of it out, but I have it platformed and marked off. And here we go, and we're going to pass right through a geode. That's pretty sweet. It's very rare when you can have a mine shaft that goes down through a geode like that. It's awful purty. But you can tell from the intro, and I'll show you once again, I've got diamond armor now. How do you like that diamond armor? That's because I've been down here mining up some diamonds. I went down this way quite a ways, and went down over here quite a ways. And I got enough diamonds for some armor, and I got enough to make a pick if I need to. I need to go ahead and mine up some more diamonds, but I'll do that off camera. My first priority really should be to build a pumpkin farm. Because my two little villagers, the one that I cured and his little buddy, down in that igloo, well, I made the assistant into a farmer, and he buys carrots and pumpkins. I've got him upgraded so far to where he'll buy pumpkins now, so I need to make a pumpkin farm. You gotta love a guy who will buy pumpkins off of you. Now, building a pumpkin farm in an icy world like this is going to be a challenge, so I think I want to do it. I want to do it an underground sort of thing. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to build a humongous roof. And I'm not really into building a huge roof. Oh, by the way, say hello to my new horse. I came out here one day and there he was on top of that hill over there. The majestic steed was profiled prominently on that ridge. And so I went immediately and got a saddle, put it on him. I got some sugar cane, fed it to him. And he's loved me ever since, right, buddy? Isn't he pretty? What a fine horse. So anyway, I'm thinking about maybe I was going to dig in here and make a pumpkin farm underneath this ledge here, but then I went exploring a little bit and saw that this is over here. It's the death hole. It's a terrible place. It's a place where no civilized human being should ever go. So of course, I'm going to go down there and light that place up here before too long. Once I get an enchantment on my sword and stuff like that. Anyway, I'm also planning out my villager trading hall. And as you can see, I got the basic framework of it done over here. I want it to be a little bit of a distance away from my house so that they don't glom onto any of my appliances and take them as professions. But as you can see, I decided since we're in Iceland, I'm going to make an igloo. So I got the basic shape of it framed out. I'll be using snow blocks. I got the floor installed. A nice spawn-proof floor. That'll keep the iron golems from spawning in here and whacking me upside the head if I accidentally touch a villager while I'm training them. And these villagers in this igloo, they're not going to be free range. I'm going to have compartments built for them. I had enough fun chasing those guys down in my desert world, I tell you what. Villager freedom is highly overrated. Oh look, it's a spotted rabbit. I'd almost like to get one of these guys. Look at him. He's spotted like a little cow. There's white rabbits, and then you have these little spotted black and white rabbits. But the black and white ones are fairly rare compared to the white ones. But check this guy out. Aren't they cute? The white rabbits here in the Arctic, they're a little creepy because they got red eyes. The red-eyed rabbit. They're like that rabbit in Monty Python's and the Holy Grail. The deadly rabbit that was attacking people. Anyway, that's going to be my challenge right now, is finding a good place to build a pumpkin farm. I want to build it somewhere close to here so that way the pumpkins are growing while I'm doing all my other chores. And I'm thinking that I might just have to build it above ground, as much as I don't want to do it. There's just not a lot of good terrain to build under around here. You got a lot of underwater reservoirs and lakes and stuff. You can see here where I was harvesting some snow to make snow blocks for my igloo. That's going to require an awful lot of that stuff. But I did some more terraforming around here. I flattened this area out a bit here by the sheep. How you doing, sheep? Everything nice under here? And I'm getting banners for all sides of my little fortress here. I just need 2 more banners to complete. So you see, this side's blank. But the pillager raiding parties really have not been coming around as much lately. They see the fortress and they think, okay, let's move on to something easier. Because they're a bunch of stinking cowards is what they are. Oh, it looks like my sugar cane is all ready for the picking. See, there's an advantage to growing sugarcane in Iceland. Normally, whenever your sugarcane falls into the water, you have to slowly slosh along and collect it. Here, everything's ice. You can just run along top speed and collect any stray pieces. Also, I've made some minor improvements to my little fortress too. I don't know if you noticed, but I put some vines up there. I've been farming some vines now that I got them from the Wandering Trader. Also, I put a little a little tough brick stairs around the brim up there. I think that makes the transition look a little bit nicer. But anyway, I've been busy. I hope you guys are having fun playing Minecraft too. Thanks for stopping by and visiting, and I'll see you guys next time.